Sorry, Mr. Bub straight just jumped up on my computer. Which unfortunately means that I have to redo all of everything that I just did in Dez. Not the set, thankfully, but the figure. God damn it. Okay, well, that was annoying. Mr. Bubs, you get an F.
Are you hungry? Want some food?
Damn. Armory crate is not suspicious, you absolute freak. Alright, can anybody respond and let me know if you can see me? So that way I know for sure I'm back in. Let me go fix YouTube again. Annoying. Okay, let's try this one more time. Man, my luck today, not good. Mercury's definitely in retrograde, y'all. Jason, am I good? Am I live?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay, cool, cool. Aqua says I'm good. All right, weird. I need everything to chill out. I really just want to live. People are gonna be like, why did you have like 3 streams today? And I'm gonna be like, look, let me tell you. Okay, I would just really love to be able to actually get this done. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, let's try this again. Damn, so annoying. Let's try this again. Okay, sorry this is all so insanely technical. Arm's length, forearm size. Let's turn this off. This will save me so much time later, but it's also such a pain in the ass. Hands, chest. We need chest width to go up. Torso. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? File. Save as. Figure support asset. Figure prop asset. Holy moly. Yes, yeah, this has all types of body types. It does indeed. Yeah, Tatsu tends to cause trouble when he's like, he wants my attention, and then he does shit that he knows will get my attention real fucking quick, turning off the computer being one of those things. Also, everybody sit up straight, and, you know, make sure you're, keeping an eye on your hydration as well. Don't be shrimping. It is definitely a Mercury in retrograde kind of a day. Alright, let me see. I don't think I'm gonna need to do full sheets for these demons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to duplicate this specifically. And I'm gonna say demons. Yeah, sorry for the start and stop on stream today, y'all. Today's it's one of those days, you know? Let's see. What kind of name do I want for this guy? This guy's name can be Uxie. That's what we're gonna do for this guy. Alright, so now I have this figure prop asset. I'm gonna call this guy over here Ox Demon though, so that way I have some semblance of understanding. Okay, now that Tatsu can't jump on the thing. No full sheets needed. They are background fodder. That is 1,000% accurate. These guys are literally here to just get the shit kicked out of them, and that's pretty much it. Mr. Bubs, I'm mad at you. No, Mr. Bubs. Mr. Bubbert. I know it's on this layer somewhere. Oh. Bubbert, you're stepping all over my headphones and shit, man. This is not... Look, I don't know what your deal is today, bud. But this is not going to work for me, okay? I have to be able to work, my dude. Alright, so now let's actually get this going here. Alright, so this guy's got wild anatomy. Let me make sure... Oh, man, I really did the most here. Okay, I need to figure out a demon rating system. Like, what does 40% demon mean? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? What is 40% demon? Okay, we're gonna call this guy Uxie. I'm actually gonna have to bring this guy's arms down for this particular case, actually. Oh, he can't bring his arms down anymore. Oh god, he's too buff. Y'all, oh god, I may have made a mistake. He's too fucking buff. He can't put his arms down. Well, so here the way that demons, what I mean by the question is the way that demons work in my universe, or truly in Chinese mythology in general, is that when you become a demon, you adopt animal or demonic traits. So the more demonic you are, the more demon in appearance you are. So for example, the Bull Demon King in Chinese mythology is very, very, very demonic. So he's just a minotaur. Does that make sense? Like, he has almost completely lost himself to demonness, and so thereby is not a full demon. Or thereby not full human. That's what I mean. So he is what I would consider to be a full demon in nature. Versus somebody like Tiger, who is not quite a demon, and the only thing that you can tell that's off about him is his eye color. Does that make sense? So, 40% demon. The question is what does 40% demon mean? You know what I'm saying? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is full demon, and 40 is, and when 1 is full human, what is 40? Right? Like, where do we put that? That's my question. What traits? Because I'm gonna probably put horns on him. I wonder if, because if we start to scale it up, and if 2 is eyes, maybe 3 is like one kind of air or like character trait, like a major trait of the animal. So then the horns. Then 4 means that we've got another trait. So maybe he's just a normal human dude with just like ox horns and a tail. Is that cray? That might be fine. Also, what is your question, Gabriel? What's up? God, this guy is massive. Also, this song is amazing as well. Alright, let's actually get drawing now. About the doodles. Are you talking about the $10 Ko-fi doodles? Because if so, effectively, it's just a very quick, like, on-stream doodle. So a lot of the doodles that I have, for example... let's see if I have good examples here. So doodles like very basic portraits, really simple animals, so not necessarily like super complicated like drawings, but mostly like little animals, emojis, like those kinds of things are good for the $10 doodle. They do have basic flat color and colored line art though. I likely will not be able to work on a doodle on stream though today, just because I am really swamped with trying to get all of these demons down, so I will work on it off stream though. That's kind of the vibe. Let's see, I don't know what's going on. Because the other guy is like a longhorn. Oh, but I'm going to do like... I'm going to do a muskox. So these guys are actually not as, like, bizarre looking as I thought. So let's... I'm going to do this actually with symmetry mode on. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. I have the ability to do that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Let me see if I can get a random appearance for this guy, too. Because I really don't need anything crazy.
Bro.
I'm actually going to try and emulate the muskox as much as I can. And how this guy looks. Oh my god, wait, his horns. Whoa, wait a second. Muskox are crazy. Hold on. Hold on, wait a second. That's nuts. Hold on, I didn't realize the horns actually go up and over like this. That's nuts. And then they go out like this. Crazy. That's nuts. Let me get some, like, I think really large eyebrows as well. I might do, like, really thick eyebrows here. Like, let me see what these other guys look like. I need to think about, like, personality as well. Hey, Gabriel, thank you so much for that donation. Feel free to DM me with what you'd like for your doodle on Discord, and then I'll be sure to get to that as soon as I can off stream. I want to be able to achieve the level of ridiculousness that One Piece has for their character design. Ideally, that's where I'm at. I want to achieve greatness. I do like this. So we'll go with that. And then now I guess... hydrate! Everybody hydrate! I'm gonna do pretty simple outfits for these guys, actually. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Although, actually, if I really want to get that muskox look, what I need is, like, some kind of, like, big jacket, actually. But, like, I don't... It's tough, because I'm like, why would he be wearing that in Los Angeles, actually? Never mind. As much as I want to be like, yeah, let me get this big fuzzy silhouette going on, I think that that's going to be a little bit confusing for, like, that whole shabongle. So we'll worry about that in a second. I'll work on hair and stuff and mouth, too. But I just need to be able to get this, like, vibe of this guy down. Yeah, I'm gonna do, like, some really, really, like, messy hair, I think. But I think overall, I don't imagine this guy wearing, like, long sleeves in Los Angeles either. We're gonna roll it up. It's like the summer. Makes zero fucking sense. If we were in a colder climate, I'd be putting him in a really big, like, coat. And actually, probably what I'll do to... is, I kind of want to exaggerate the shape here. The more you can break up the silhouette, effectively, the better off you're going to be. And thankfully, these guys are not going to be on screen for very often. Or, like, at all. These guys might be my, like, default demons for the rest of the comic, you know? So I probably won't be making new, designs for a lot of these, like, lackey demons. Unless they fit a specific theme later on down the road. Like, there might be demons that are partial to specific types of demon, like, lackeys. But it really just kind of depends. This dude looks like he used to work in construction. And I'm like, what is your deal? I don't know what animal traits are for, like, musk oxes in general. I'm not familiar with the animal, so that would determine, like, effectively what he did, what kind of jerk he was that turned him into an ox demon. I don't know. That is really the question. Yeah, that'll do. Nothing super crazy. Alright, so now let's turn symmetry off. And let's get more of an asymmetrical vibe in certain areas here. This dude is massive. He's fucking huge. But very square. I do like the anatomy. He looks like he fucking was paid $4 to be here. He's like, I have no care. I really don't give a singular shit. As long as I'm getting paid to do what I need to do, I don't I don't give a fuck. He's like, that's nice. Alright, let me turn off all of these. I'm not really gonna worry about this too bad. So funny. Yeah, could be super stubborn. Oh my god, he's just like the worst incel of all time. He's like, I play only exclusively blue decks. He's either a blue deck or a black deck player. He's like, I resurrect my entire graveyard, and then I fucking do 4,000 damage to your team. I can't. That's funny. Oh my god, that's funny. Alright, thankfully, this is like the easy part now. I am going to do... I'm going to give him just black hair, I think, actually. Nice dark top. black, gray, and red are going to be like the biggest colors. Muskoxes tend to be also kind of darker in colors, so I'm going to lean into that as well. And I'm going to go in with a nice dark. He himself, he gets to be a white guy. Congrats. Congrats, sir. You graduated to white. Bet you didn't ever think that was going to be a thing. Okay, thankfully this didn't take that long. And then I'm actually going to do the same color for the shoes. Because I want these designs to be really simple, so that way when they're getting literally knocked around and punched in the throat, they're easy to design. Oh, also, Gabriel, yeah, whenever you want to message me about the whatever doodle that you want, let me know. So that way I don't accidentally miss it. I'm sure it'll be okay. Let's see, and then I'm going to go with a slightly lighter color for jeans. And for his head. And that's pretty much it. There's not really a lot going on here, I don't think. Yeah, it's fine. Easy peasy. Oh my god, I just got one for Alexa too. It was like...
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Yeah, I got the same exact fucking text a couple days ago.
It was for Kenny.
Oh my god. What are they doing? I'm like, get away from my siblings. Like, I don't... Alright, cool. So that makes that real easy. Now let's pick another one. I'm gonna do this sheet this time. So dumb. Alright, this one's 41. Oh, 37. This one works pretty good too. This will be our next target here. Okay. So now let's, this guy doesn't look like they're the buffest person on the whole planet. Alright, what about this one, y'all? He's into protein maxing and alpha male podcasts. Yeah, that really could be it. He could just be the most territorial, like, alpha male ass piece of shit is what happens to him. What kind of animal for number 37, y'all? What are we thinking? This person doesn't look like they're necessarily that tall, to be honest. So let's see. We're going to start with the head. The head is actually kind of large in this particular case. And the neck is very thin. This is like kind of a stylistic thing on this person's part, but I do like it. I'm going to give this person larger eyes. Oh, a sheep's not a bad idea, Carrick's like a ram demon. Oh, a frog could be cool too. All right, let's see. Let's see how much on a scale of 1 to demon. Oh, this guy's actually an 80%. If y'all can find toxic traits for what, like, sheep and frogs are, we can go with, like, one of those. I feel like this guy, because of the square head, is gonna end up looking kind of wild. This model is so funny, though. Hold on. Y'all are gonna, like, literally lose your mind. So funny. Now the question is going to be, can I... This is going to really break this anatomy. But... that's alright. This thing is going to look... y'all are going to look at this little guy, and you're gonna be horrified. He's horrifying, but I love him. He's horrifying, but I love him. Oh my god, he's so scary. Frog demons are typically considered unclean conspiracy pushers. Interesting. We don't like frog demons. Yeah, I think about the frog demon that works at the bathhouse in Spirited Away. That's like the first one I think of.
Also, frog demons are a pretty classic Chinese demon.
They are, yeah, they are.
Yao Guai are typically just frog demons in general. So
that's cool. Yeah, I might go with the frog since those are pretty common. Okay, let's listen to some Chinese music here. Let's go grab... yeah, nice. Some of my Heaven's Equal playlist. Yeah, that's a good one. This dude is, I'm not even shitting you, so ridiculous looking. The Yankees are a little weird. I'm gonna have to fix this when I actually go to, like... draw it out, but overall it's like slowly coming together. Interesting shape on this guy. Let me get some hands. This guy's got big ass hands too. Yeah, this is definitely very, like, frog-like. Okay, so let's see. File, save as, support asset, figure prop asset, frog demon. This thing is horrifying. This model... so this is a perfect example of why Daz can't be used to create stylized characters. Because y'all are about to see this fucking model and throw up. Like, this is... he's a monstrosity. He looks like something that would be made by Monster Factory. Like, it's really bad. Y'all are about to have literally a whole time. Oh my god. Oh no, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me get him in here. Oh my god. He's horrifying. Oh. Oh no. Which is super funny, actually, because I feel like this gives this other dude a huge sense of scale. Because that's how big this guy is. He's so horrifying! Oh my god. Okay, let's find a name for this guy. Hold on. Okay, this guy's officially Thai. Congratulations, dude. His name is Dang. Sorry, bro. You're horrifying. I'm so sorry. You're horrifying. Horrifying. Mr. Man seems very restless today. Is it just because you're home? Is it because Jace is home and you don't know what's going on?
Is it different?
What's happening? Oh my god, this guy's so freaky looking. Alright. Ox is... Uxie's mega sized. He's XXL, and then that doesn't help that this frog guy is also tiny as well. Okay, so now this is where this is gonna start to get really difficult for me, though. So, fucking pray for me, I guess. Because guess who never draws furries? And this guy got 80% demon, so I'm assuming that this means, like, really, really demony. I have regrets. I looked up frog fursona, and now I have regrets. I know what happened to me. I know what I did. I just don't. I need to watch out because I don't want to make this guy really very cute. I need him to be, like, kind of gross looking. I don't want him to be adorable. I want him to be not very attractive. Oh god, oh god. I never want to see a frog wolf hybrid fursona ever again. I love the furry community, by the way. I definitely, I don't, no shame to the furry community, but also I have a lot of questions. Alright, let's draw the Geico frog. Here we go. Yeah, so this is going to be completely opposite of whatever this anatomy is. Let's see. How do I... Because frogs are kind of like wide-eyed. I'm like, where's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I need them? And it's tough because the Spirited Away frog had like a really interesting aesthetic because his eyes were actually really, really, really small and very far apart. So I might actually try and like go for that uncanny kind of aesthetic. Because it will make him more aggressive looking. Oh my god, Toad from the X-Men looks great, though. He's more on the human side, though, I think. But Toad from X-Men has an amazing design. Amazing design. Okay, I'm going to work on the mouth in a little bit of a different way here. Yeah, this dude is effectively just full frog at this point. He might have human hands still, but I kind of want to give him those, like, bulbous, like frog fingertips, like tree frog fingers. Wow, men's clothing is so fucking boring, guys. Oh my god, okay, but what if we put him into the boxiest Hawaiian shirt of all time? This guy looks like, he looks like a, like, cereal mascot that was rejected from Kellogg's, and so then he became very upset and started to do crime. I'm so sorry. No, this is not gonna work for me. Hold on, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I just need, like... Okay, but this is kind of interesting, though. Because I have to try and think about, too, who these people were before they became demons. And clearly these guys all hang out. And so I'm like, what do you guys do? You know, like, what do you do? So what is this guy's day job? You know, like... And that's going to determine kind of, like, what his costume looks like, you know? Like, what is your overall vibe? This guy looks like he was in IT. Oh, I'm sorry, Jace. Well, and it's like at what point, you know? It's like, I'm doing everything I can, like... And I'm sure Melissa's had conversations with him about that too, where it's like, you guys need to do more social media outreach. Like, we have had no advertising, you know? Okay, sorry, let me go back to references here. And then also, too, I need to be paying attention as well to my body type here, where I really want, effectively, there to be, like, no risks, effectively. I might need to make his head just a little bit larger as well. It depends on how, like, friendly I want him to look. I don't know. Just this shirt is not really doing it for me. I need to figure out a better outfit here for this guy. Men's clothing websites are literally the devil. Why do American men wear the same 4 fucking outfits? I'm gonna give him a big scoop neck, actually. And we're gonna do a tank top. That way I can kind of show off a little bit more of this, like, anatomy here. Sure. And then I'm gonna also do, I'm gonna have to do this later, but I'm also gonna do like I don't know, like maybe like this. I'm gonna give him like a overall. Let me see what I'm doing with these feet here, because I don't want to give him actual like ankle anatomy, I don't think, because I like this like almost boot like style. So I'm gonna go like that, and then this dude is gonna have flip-flops on. This dude brought flip-flops to a fucking knife fight, and I'm not really sure why he did that, but maybe his friends thought that that was a good idea. I don't know. I don't claim to understand what went through his head when he made this decision. I'm not saying it was a bad decision, but I'm also not saying it was a good decision. Okay, so I think for anatomy's sake, I'm going to, in order to make this dude a little bit more proportional, I'm going to actually make this guy's head quite large. Oh my god, he looks like somebody's child that they brought to a battle. I just... Let's see, actually, I gotta really, like, think about, like, how This. Oh my god, he's so mad! I don't know how you're supposed to take this little dude seriously, like... He's so angry. Oh my god, he's so mad. He needs more accessories, though. Hold on. Oh my god. I'm gonna give him, like, really deep pockets. I really want to try and avoid having stuff, like, too much stuff to draw in this very brief scene or later on. But I'm like, what kind of accessories can we give? Maybe he's got headphones. Let me turn this back on. Maybe he's a music guy. I'm gonna have to fix that asymmetry, but that's alright. Oh my god, he's so... Why does he look like an Osmosis Jones caricature? This is so funny, actually. So funny. He looks so unbothered. Yeah, he's like, bro, I don't... Well, and I'm almost wondering if, like, this is the right answer. I don't know, this is just funny. These guys are not really supposed to be taken seriously, really, you know, so I'm not super worried about... I'm not super worried about seriousness for this, just in general. Hello? Oh my god, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. I can't. This dude looks like such a little punk. Hold on. He needs those like skater, like fleece, like armband things. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I can't. This guy is such a little punk. He's just, I can't. Oh my god, this guy looks like a mean Thai unk that would, like, beat you up inside a convenience store, though, actually. That might have been what happened to this dude. I don't know. Oh, that's funny. Okay, alright. I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Alright. I love him. So now I am going to, though, have to figure out what I'm doing for patterns on this guy. Because typically, I'm not going to do something super complicated, I don't think. But oftentimes, frogs have lighter bellies than they do shoulders and, like, back for camouflage reasons. And so I'm probably just going to do something like that. Oh my god. This little dude is my new favorite. Oh my god, look at him. Look at him. To the days I tried to lose. And then, of course, oh, actually, we can't forget the most important fucking part of these demons, actually. Oh, let me turn the symmetry off. I'm a silly. I am actually a fool, because ultimately, at the end of the day, these guys need the most important part. Which is this. There we go. Oh my god. He's so angry. Okay. Actually, no. That's fine. And actually, what I'm probably gonna do is we're gonna have these flip-flops be black. Help this man. I don't know how, I'm like, how old is this guy? I actually need to also consider that as well. Like, I'm almost wondering if this dude is actually, he's a little bit older. So I might have, like, more, like, this guy's got, like, mad, like, smoker's lung. I don't know. Like, I think that could be kind of interesting. That is funny, though. That guy, actually, I think this guy would beat the shit out of you. I actually do. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let me save this out. That way we can have a good number of them. I'm going to make sure I label these so that I remember what these names are for future script stuff. And then let's duplicate this, and then we're going to turn this off, and then we need to come up with 2 more guys. Yeah, a lot of these demons, I think, are actually older than they look. Like, this guy's definitely in his, like, 20s or 30s. He doesn't look like he's that old. Also, everybody hydrate. Yeah, and I'm sorry you're dealing with that, Jace. It's like, that's super frustrating. Because, like, do you know, like, looking at the schedule, like, is Melissa fully booked even ever? Right, and so it's like, that might be something that you have to talk to him about, too. And be like, yeah, I know Melissa's, like, struggling. And it's like...
And, like, sometimes she's fine. Like, but, like, so am I.
Well, right, and so, like, that's something that you can... Because he wants to talk today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just bring that up and be like, I think, like, unfortunately, you know, the economy's in the shit, and, like,
yeah, and so without any social media marketing, I can't just pull clients out of my ass.
Yeah, right.
You know, and, like, it's something that I'm constantly thinking about. It's cutting into my paycheck.
Yeah, right, because you're upset, too. Yeah. Well,
and so,
and
like,
didn't Little Lauren come back? Doesn't she?
Yeah, she came back, and she got back to doing social media stuff for the fitness trainers.
Mm.
You know, and that's all that she's ever done was for the
right. Y'all need social media marketing really bad. All right, let me open up. Hello. Let me open up this third. Oops, wrong one. Third character body shape sheet. And then let's do this. Yeah, that's super frustrating. Okay, so there's only 23 on this sheet. This is not really that much. He's probably got the heat on him, though, because the hospital guaranteed is like, why are they wasting money? You know, and it's like, because y'all are not optimizing our workflow, dude. That's why. Okay, I can't have a little old man. As much as 21 is funny. This is effectively Nanook's body type, so I'm not going to do that. I want each of these to have, like, unique body types. And I also need them to be, like, relatively... Oh, this is actually pretty good. I need them to be, like, relatively intimidating as well. Yep. We love capitalism. Alright, y'all. Now we got this kind of slender person. What are we looking at here? What kind of demon is this person? I'm gonna actually make this person more femme presenting as well. Okay, so let's see here. This person's very slender. I wouldn't say bodybuilder, but I think that they're very fit. And they're a little on the taller side. Smaller than Wukong, but not by much. Taller than Sean, for sure. To be honest, this person actually has like a really normal body type. But I'm gonna try and stylize the length of their legs and stuff. So a little bit smaller there, and then let me get the waist a little bit. And then let me get the neck kind of tiny as well. Let me do like maybe some kind of a bird. Could be like a hyena though. Or a crab. We could go crazy and do like a crab. But crabs are kind of stocky in body, so maybe not. But a crab could be kind of cool. Eventually. Of course, I don't have anything basic like a cat either. Yeah, lobsters are pretty big too, because I want to try and fit the body shape as much as possible. Really depends on how demon this person is. What do we got? 30. So this is, yeah, this is like one demonic trait. So in other words, this person is actually mostly human, but they have like one demonic trait. I might do a hyena. They tend to be kind of not super slender, but like your body would also change over time. But they got skinny little legs. That's really like, they have like big manes and stuff, but I might do, I might reflect that more in the hair and the ear shape, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because my main goal here is to try and like have the body types match as much as possible to the animals that they represent, for the most part. We're gonna go with this. methinks. Let me go ahead and get rid of all of this. And then, God, this little angry frog, man. He's literally sending me directly to hell. This is so funny. All right, file, save as, support asset, figure prop asset. We're going to save this as hyena demon. And if these demons change over time, like, because people become typically more bitter and more demonic over time. So eventually what that would mean for people like them is that they would eventually get into this shape where you're looking at like mostly animal and not really human anymore. I imagine the step after like 80% demon is like where we start to get into like no face territory where they actually become like monstrous. They're not like human even anymore or humanoid shaped anymore, which is horrifying. So if we ever roll a 100, I have to do like an actual like monstrosity. I'm not allowed to. And what I like about demons in Chinese mythology as well is that they tend to be really huge. They're like just enormous things. They're massive. God, hyenas are fucking terrifying. Hyenas are so scary. I'm thinking like a striped hyena, not like a spotted hyena, but like a striped hyena. Yeah, because these things... I think the next one I am going to do, though, is going to be a crab. So I have to pick kind of like a crab-like... Yeah, so this lady, I think she's going to be more of like a... like a punk. Because some of them are more like, I would say, like, Gajinka-like. Where they're like, it's like, clearly, this is like, almost a human, but not quite. Want to give her a little bit of the crazy eyes. This is a Tonga. A Tonga woman. So she's going to be Polynesian. So we're going to do a wider nose here. Actually, I also want her to be kind of cute. Like I think this girl's going to be pretty adorable actually. Okay, let's get her a cute outfit. Because I need all of these people to look like they're going to show up to, like, murder somebody. But that does not mean that this girl would not be willing to throw down in a skirt, I don't think. I think that she would be willing to murder. I love how Pinterest is like, you need to log in order to look at stuff. I'm like, get away from me. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe. Oh, this is asymmetrical, so I gotta watch out. Let me actually turn off this symmetry really quick for a second. I'm gonna probably just make this black, I think. But yeah, she's gonna be more of a, I think, more of a triangle here. And I don't think she's gonna even have like a bottom. She's just gonna be wearing literally this oversized t-shirt and she's ready to fight. She's ready to murder. This lady I'd be afraid of. The frog guy, not so much. They literally asked the whole neighborhood, like, can y'all come and help me beat up this monkey man? And then they're gonna be very, very, very sad to learn that this was a really bad idea. Really, really, really bad idea. But you know what? That's what they get, I guess. Yay? Yeah, a lot of, like, female demons are really, like, they're power players for sure. A lot of male demons get where they are because they're violent, but a lot of female demons get where they are because they're very smart. Well, and because she's a hyena, that also means she's, like, violent. Like, really violent. Okay, I'll have to fix up that side of that later. I don't know, I might do like a... pleated skirt here, actually. I'll clean that up as well. I'll leave that alone. I would love to do fishnets, and then let's get her some really, really big fucking boots. Big ass boots. Like, world's largest boots. And then also, too, like, their stacks. This lady would step on your throat and instantly end your life. Just saying. This is how you die. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm gonna really regret drawing fishnet. Actually, what I might do is I'm gonna do a fishnet pattern for her, for the legs. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Yeah, nice. Okay, let me turn this off. And then we're gonna give her the most mean mohawk of all time. Because I really want it to be, yeah, obvious what she's got going on here. I'm gonna give her like those cool punk like side hair pieces. A little bit asymmetrical here. Yeah, nice. With really long, yeah. Long hair. Yep. Fun. And then also, too, I feel like she needs biker gloves. Yeah. Biker gloves, biker gloves. I'll just, like, color these in. I'm pretty sure this lady has murdered a man. I try to not generalize my art, like, my art style or my characters in that way, I guess, if that makes sense. So I don't really design characters being like, yeah, women are gonna find this girl hot, right? Like, ultimately, I am trying to get across, like, the character's personality in the story, and if people happen to find them attractive, then cool. But I tend to try and not be, like, the kind of designer that's like, I'm designing this explicitly for gay people or explicitly for lesbian people. Just because that can result in, like, unnecessary stereotypes, if that makes sense. Okay, let me, I'm going to actually save this texture out as well, because otherwise I'm going to be in a really bad spot. Hello? That is not what I wanted. Let me save this fishnet out. Yeah, definitely, like, if people find her hot, then they find her hot, you know? But I'm also not lesbian as well, so, like, I don't really relate to that experience either. Let's see, I'm gonna call this fishnet. Alright, so let me get... turn this off. I'm actually going to duplicate this. I'm going to merge this together. Grab the leg. Now, grab the leg. There we go. And then that provides some fun texture, but it's not going to be, like, annoying. And then really what I want to, like, give her is this really wide mouth, because hyenas are really toothy. This lady's got the crazy eyes. This lady's here to murder people. She's here for violence. This lady's scary, actually. Maybe not that wide, but, like, that's the vibe. This is the overall vibe. Hyenas have huge mouths. Like, I don't know when the last time anybody looked at a hyena was, but they're like, they have enormous mouths. They're crazy. Hyenas scary. Hyenas scary Terry. I'm also probably gonna make this pleated skirt a darker color as well. And then also the boots. Boots. Boots, 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 boots. Boots, 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 boots. And then also hair. And then I'm actually gonna assume, whoops. Also gonna assume lighter ear insides. Sure. This lady is batshit looking. She looks like she literally I'm scared. This lady makes me afraid. I like her though. I like her. Yeah, hyenas are scary. Hyenas got the they give me the fear. All right, last one. So let me get rid of this and this, and then let's roll for one more body type here. This will be the last one we work on stream today. I think that might be a little bit too comical. 27 is also too silly. 3 is too adorable. I do like her, though. She's fun. Okay, so for the sake of also too, I recognize this image is low-key, not like super sexualized, but also I'm afraid because there's like anatomical nip-nops on here. And if I'm not careful, of course. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. What am I doing with my life? Hold on, let me see if I can... Okay. All right, I got it. I just don't want Jeff Bezos to try and fight me to the death. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now let me go back over to my shaping. Yeah, I'm not sure which animal. I don't know. I might do a crab. I might do a crab now. What's interesting about this is this person's anatomy is really exaggerated. Okay, so let's see. Scale demon scale 40. So we've got eyes and 2 distinguishing crab-like features. So we're gonna do that. This person's probably going to look like an alien. That's okay. That's sometimes the way that it goes. Okay, so let's do legs. Oh, let's see, let's see. Actually, this is fine. I wish I could control the length of the legs just from the lower leg alone, but I can't. That would truly be the most ideal thing to do, but alas, I do not have the ability to do that. Alright, sorry that this is the way that it is. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do forearm size down. We're gonna go hands. Scale the hands down just a little bit, except for the crab claw. Okay, where is my chest width? There we go, that's better. More accurate to what I'm looking at. Okay, alright, so let me save this lady out. Female, file, save as, support asset, figure prop asset, crab demon. Now I gotta go look up images of a crab. Alright, let me close this. I don't need this. Yeah, I think this is what we'll do. So now let me, once this is done saving, we're gonna open this up. Is this lady's face broken? Yes. Did Daz know how to handle it? No. Is this just what we gotta deal with? I guess so. Okay, and then we'll be able to put all of these people in a scene eventually. Goodbye. She can't be that large. Let me go ahead and delete all this out. Goodbye. Okay, but that'll fit. That'll fit. She might be a little bit smaller, actually. I might make her a little bit tinier. Okay, let's find a name. Okay. Okay, so this lady's name is... I'm gonna call this one Crab. Crab Demon. And then the name is gonna be... Whoops, this is not what I want. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, let me see if I can get... This lady's got a really interesting face. I love this. I don't know how aggressive crabs are, but I did watch a sea cucumber try and eat a crab for like 5 minutes the last time I was at a museum, so that was wild. The crab won, long story short, though. Okay, let me figure out what can I do. Because fiddler crabs have large-ass hands. Sorry, I'm low-key dying. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. This is a cool crab. All right. Like, what? Also, what happened here? Sometimes Daz makes me fucking wonder. I think Jace has a video of the overall endeavor here. It was low-key traumatizing for everybody involved, actually. Yeah, let me pick an outfit for her. I'm just trying to figure out what this lady's deal is. Again, it's like, what is your background? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Why have you made the decision to be just straight evil? How do you get the proportions? Do you mean how do I make the proportions in the Daz software? Is that what you're asking? Just to be clear, so that way I can answer your question correctly. Like, I like this. We're gonna go with this outfit. I've got a random outfit generator open and I'm just kind of going rogue. Yeah, because I'm like, how did this lady get involved with this guy? You know what I mean? I'm like, is she the girlfriend? Is this like, is she just there? Because this other lady, I'm like, she's there because she beats people up. Like, that's exactly what this lady is there for. But this lady, I'm like, how did you? And then the little frog man, I'm like, what are you guys doing crimes? Like, what crimes are you committing? Like, I have so many questions. What crimes are you committing? Well, I need to figure out how to make her really crab-like. But I don't want her to be terrifying, you know what I'm saying? Crabs don't tend to have antennae. I think I'm going to offset one of her arms. And really, like, So what we're gonna do, hold on. I'm gonna finish just like the basics of this design, I think. And we're gonna just go for it from there. Because this lady is not the craziest demon of all time. I'm like, what is your skill set, girl? Like, what do you bring to the table? And I think the answer is just claw. Does that make sense? The answer is death. But I'm trying to figure out how to express this demonism in more ways than just a big old claw arm. Also, I can't imagine the horror of waking up one day and your arm is just a claw. Like, you've literally just gone full crab people. Like, that's actually low-key horrifying. I would be very upset, all things considered. Like, actually super scary. Not really about it. Okay, so now let me turn off the symmetry here. Because I need more. I'm going to give her, I think, like a little bandana or something. Something that has more asymmetry to it. Because as of right now, this is like she's too clean. She's got to have some kind of aesthetics. Like, there's got to be something here. And then let's go with, I don't know, maybe I'll do this off to one side, actually. Like that. That way she can have an interesting silhouette. Okay, so now this is where this gets really wild. So we're going to go in with the regular arm. Actually, this is normally the fucked up arm. Hold on, I got to watch out for my crab anatomy here. My crab anatomy. I'm sorry, that was terrible. That was a terrible pun. Yeah, so in the software that I'm using, effectively they give you a base human that you can use, and then you have all of these things that are called morphs, and the morphs allow you to change the proportions of specific body parts. So in my case, I go through and I look at my original reference for the pose or for the body type, and then I change as many proportions as I possibly can. Like, and some of them are not going to be super accurate, which is why I'm making the wrists smaller here. But for the most part, it does some really interesting stuff. And so you can get a more unique, like, human body shape than just, like, regular human, you know? And actually, I think I'm going to bring this up higher. Like this. Yeah, it's a little bit more finessed. Or it's got more finesse than your standard, like, quote, design doll software, you know? I feel like a lot of online design drawing tools or, like, models, they all have, unfortunately, like, the same, what I would call, like, anime body proportions, which I don't find very helpful. Actually, how do I want her to look? I don't think I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually have her have a thinner upper lip. And then kind of a fuller lower lip. And then maybe like, I don't know, maybe like some beauty marks or something. That's cute. And then I'm going to give her a ponytail to really, I'm going to use this to offset the little thing we got going on with the bandana over here. And then we're going to have the big ass crab arm. All right, so now I'm like, how does one draw crab arm? What is anatomy of crab arm? How do I translate crab arm onto human body? How does one crab? All right. I found crab anatomy. We have this thing, apparently, it's called the Mirus. Crab anatomy. I don't understand how any of this works, but we're going for it. Am I a marine biologist? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is called the carpus. And then I think I'm going to actually cross the claw in front of her. So we're going to go like this. And then we're going to... Oh my god, this is the worst again. Let me flip this so that I can have crab anatomy on the right side. I don't know why I do this to myself. I'm the one who decided to write a book about, like, demon anatomy. I did this to myself, actually. I did this to myself. This character is going to be a huge pain in the ass. To draw, but that's alright. It's for the sake of variety. I'm like, what is this lady's role here? You know, like, what does she do? I'm like, Crab Lady, are you there for the finances or are you there to punch? What is your vibe? I'm gonna actually rotate this just a little bit too, so that way it's more ergonomic, and then that way it'll fit onto the... I'm gonna actually bring it down just a little bit more like that. So we have some crossing going on, but it's not bad. I hope this lady just punches the shit out of stuff. I really do. I hope that that's the vibe. Yeah, either stretchy material. I don't know. People make really stretchy clothes. Or you cut holes into stuff. Or you have clothes that snap up the back. Things like that. But I imagine that she has gone through her fair share of clothes as well. In terms of, like, having to buy new stuff again. You know? You just kind of deal with that a little bit. Custom tailors, if you're wealthy enough. So, like, this is why I need to, like, really think about, like, I'm like, what is this lady's story? Because once I can kind of figure that out, you know, I can ask myself those kinds of questions. Like, you know, crabs can be kind of, like, territorial or hoardery, you know? And I'm like, okay, so, you know, maybe she's like a business lady. She did some really terrible, shitty fraud or something. I think I need to cross some of this crab armor and anatomy over onto this other side. So even though fiddler crabs typically have a tinier claw on the other side, I'm still going to segment and joint her shoulder and her other arm over here, so that way it's got more anatomy. Y'all, we need a backstory for Crab Lady. What is her vibe? What did Crab Lady do? Why is Crab Lady in this gang? Why is she here? Why is she violent? I think I'm going to give her also, too, some more crab anatomy along her face as well. So let me turn back on symmetry. I think I'm going to bring this out and around a little bit, like this. So that way she has more, like, crab-like shit going on over here. I'm also going to bring it up over her head as well a little bit, which means I'm going to need to change her hair, but that's okay. Crab lady, yeah. There we go. So now she's slowly developing a little bit more personality here. So that way she's not just random crab lady. Now we have maybe meaning behind crab lady. Oh my god, gluttony. Gluttony of seafood. Yeah, I'm like... Yeah, she's definitely... She bitch slaps people with this big-ass arm. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. But this is... Okay, this is something. This is what's important here, is this is indeed something. Kind of interesting. Typically, people don't, like, turn into demons over just really, like, what I would argue, like, simple stuff, like eating too much, for example. Or eating or liking a specific type of food. Typically, it has to be, like, a really toxic, long-lasting, very aggressive behavior. And that's why they do what they do. I might have... Well, I don't want to... I'm going to have her have black hair, I think. So it's got to be something that's, like, really, really shitty. Because, yeah, the question really is it's like, what do you have to do as a person to effectively turn you into a monster, you know? Like, Hyena Lady, for example, might be like a serial abuser, you know? So, like, those kinds of things you can kind of extrapolate from their behavior. You know, does she deal drugs? Like, those kinds of things. Like, those are the questions you have to ask, is it's like, who is this person that made this happen? I don't know if I like that, though. I actually kind of want this to, like, come out of her face a little bit. I don't know how beat up this person is going to be. Let me look at the fiddler crab, actually. Again. It's another one of those situations where you have, like, dark stuff going on. With the outside of the crab versus the inside of the crab. That way you don't get eaten by birds. Wild. Crabs are weird. That's all I gotta say is crabs are weird. might actually put her in white to some degree here too. I was trying to stick with darker colors, but I think I'm actually going to put her in white. That way she'll stand out against her friends as well. She's not going to, like, be totally... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I take it back. Yeah, she's fine. Okay, so now we got a good variety of, like, weird animals. Sure. Alright, so now that I have all these demons, random-ass demons, we have a potential gang of very angry people. Hi, Gabby, how's it going? Thank you, Aqua, I appreciate it. Yeah, we are now through a couple of demons. I want them to feel urban, but not, like, out of the ordinary. But some of these people, like, it's very clear, she probably can't integrate into society. This girl could wear a hat and nobody would know. But, like, this guy's cooked. I'm doing pretty good. We just finished designing some more demons for Heaven's Equal. And I'm about to get into a really large combat scene. So this was a lot of, like, prep work for that. But we have now at least Tiger and all of his friends. So I'm going to go ahead and, like, unfortunately, this is all we got on this page. I have to do a lot of posing. Next week will probably be more of that. But I'm going to go ahead and go. I might be expecting a call from the tax office. So I have to keep my ears out for that. And then otherwise, though, I will be back next week. I'm going to be working on more art portfolios stuff. So I hope I will see you then. Gabriel, I will get through your doodle tonight. Thank you for sending me that info, and you can expect that later. I got to do a couple of commission pieces for another client as well, so I'm going to clean that up, send that over to him, do your doodle, and send it to you. Thank you again so much for donating to Ko-fi. To all the people who followed over on YouTube and subbed over there, I really appreciate it. And then, yeah, otherwise I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.